I have tons and tons of those kind of heartfelt, like pretty acoustic songs, more than any. That whole first Matador record, Childish Prodigy, that was basically recorded before I signed to Matador. I sent it to them, and then I got signed. I recorded that song "He's Alright" later, which is, you know, pretty, you know, and that's not as rock and roll. And but I also, yeah, you know, I knew I wanted to make a bold statement, and I wanted to make like a real record, like in a real studio, like my bigger idols, like Neil Young or something. Just make a classic record, you know. I'm still kind of on that trip, but although I am going to add more electricity in the new record, it's still going to be pretty, and you know, there's still going to be acoustic guitars, but there'll just be more instrumentation, you know. I've got lots of songs, and I recorded for like a week before I left for this tour, and we're going to go back and record nonstop for 2 months, and I'm hoping I get it in and like get it done by then, because if I turn it in at the right time, it'll come out at a convenient time, you know, just hit the festival circuits again, but we'll see. Yeah, but I have bandmates, like my newest bandmate, Rob Laxo. He's got the blonde hair. He's the one with the shorter hair in the band. So you would know him if you saw him. But he's a really good, technically, he's like an engineer. And actually the song Baby's Arms, the electronic, like, kind of raindrop sounds going on the whole time. You know, I told him I wanted a certain thing, and he put it through like a synthesizer, so he's like a whiz kid like that. So my point is, like, him and other people I want to involve, we'll get more into the production, and John Agnello, he's a very classic producer, so like, we're just going to take it to a little further, you know. We're all going to kind of go for it. You know, they always just tend to rock a little more, and like, you know, I'm not going to sit around and play them exactly how they were on the record. That's like karaoke, and so it gets you just to become a better guitar player all the time. So you're just kind of playing leads in between, like, you know, as hopefully tastefully, and I don't know. Everything just keeps evolving when you play, and if you accept that, if you're that kind of musician, it's really fun, and then you find yourself like writing more songs all the time. You're just kind of one with your guitar and one with music, as opposed to it just being like a career or a hobby. Like, it's like the same as like walking down the street playing guitar. It's all the same. It's all relative. Him and all the greats, I've like gone through countless. You know, when I first get into them, I get really intense. I mean, first I just loved the Born in the USA record and Nebraska, and then I just got really deep into it, and then I usually just read bios about them, and you know, you can just like, you just get all their records, and then it's like, knowing everything that was going on, it's like virtual reality, like the listening experience, you know. I always say that, but it's true. And I don't know, the boss, you know, they call him the boss because he just was super obsessive with every little detail, and the production, you know, and the performance, and the heartfelt songs for the common man. You know, I mean, he's awesome. I mean, you're not saying he, like, you know, like, people put him down in some, you know, and be like, oh, he like sings for the blue collar man when he was never that or whatever. But his dad was. He grew up that way, and like, I don't know, like, I just think he's the best. Like, you can't really deny songs like Downbound Train.